I hired the greatest manager of all time, Pep Guardiola. I mean, to think a teeny tiny club like ours who 5 years ago was in EFL League 2. But now we're in the Premier League, qualified for Europa League, and we've got Pep as the manager. And already Pep has had a huge impact at the club. He's completely changed our tactical system to more of a 4-3-3, brought in players like Mark Bernal and Unai Simon, and even his former player at City and Nico O'Reilly. But this is Pep Guardiola, and he's not going to be a happy man until he gets everything he wants. He's still pestering me to bring in a playmaking midfielder. The only problem is we've got 1 week until the window shuts. And after all the signings Pep has made me do, we're only left with 16 million. I don't think we're bringing in a player that Pep wants with this kind of money. That's why it's imperative that we sell Scotty McTominay. He's already a player that Pep Guardiola does not trust. It kind of hurts the way Pep is treating McTominay. He's been so good for us, he deserves better. But when we signed Pep, we knew. He's got the habit of not liking players and then completely leaving them out of the setup. Hopefully within the next week we can get McTominay sold. By the way, a lot of S2GFC fans are kind of saying that Pep is scamming us because he is charging 20 million.
I don't buy this question.
Also, Pep Guardiola is not impressed looking at our club's trophy cabinet. To be honest, guys, I do believe Pep is worth every penny we're paying. 2 wins in 2 games in the Premier League, and I'm sure things are going to only get better when we get Pep the midfielder he wants.
The ultimate needle mover, the head of the table, the tribal chief, in God mode himself.
But guys, maybe the play is not to bring in a midfielder, but a striker instead. Because there's breaking news. Shaun King has had a rift with the Manchester United board, and he's looking for a way out. And you guys remember Shaun King? The absolute goal machine that we had. Broke all sorts of goal-scoring records at the club. Although, to be fair, there weren't many records. He was probably the one who was setting them. But yes, if an opportunity presents itself to bring one of our own back, 84 rated. Bro, he's only 22. 90 pace, 91 shooting. He could be the long-term successor now to Harry Kane. And now this changes everything. Shaun King apparently wants to come back as well. This is what he said in one of the press conferences. They haven't removed me from the group chat yet. Sometimes I type in the GC, then delete it. Okay, yeah, he feels really bad that he left. And you know what? This does feel like an I told you so moment. I remember telling Shaun King that in S2GFC, he'd be the main man. At Man United, he'd be just another player. Now, the problem is, if I want to bring back Shaun King, it's gonna cost a lot. Look at how much his valuation has risen. And of course, we've only got 16 million. Let's say we also sell Scotty McTominay. That should give us another maybe 35-40 million. Still, that's not even coming close to what we need for King. But then you guys made me realize, regarding all our club sponsorships, we got money from Normand & Co Bakery. We got money from Kuwait Airways. But Adidas, you cheeky fellas, you have missed your payment. And we literally kind of did free marketing for them. So of course, now they're gonna have to pay up, and they're willing to give us 30 million this season. Kind of similar to what they gave us last season, but this time they're giving the cash all up front, which could be key in possibly signing Shaun King. And just like that, boys, the budget is up to 46 million. And now if we sell Scotty McTominay, possibly even using Harry Kane in the swap deal, I think it is possible. We might just be able to bring back the King. Now, for the next week or so, the Shaun King operation was all I was focusing on, but then Pep Guardiola got a riff of it, and he stormed into my office.
If you sign King, you best believe he'll be training with the youth squad.
Okay, guys, Pep Guardiola does not want Shaun King. He's more than happy with Harry Kane this season. Besides that, Shaun King is kind of a different player, more of a goal poacher. You saw his stats. He's not good at passing, not good at dribbling. He does not fit Pep Guardiola's system. And Pep is actually furious that I'm not focused on bringing in a midfielder. Instead, I'm just chasing Shaun King without his approval. And Pep has made it very clear, if I make a transfer without his approval, he'll just resign. But if we don't make a move for Shaun King now, Madrid or Barcelona will. They're the clubs he's being linked to right now. I feel like we made our decision the moment we hired Pep. We're gonna just completely follow whatever his transfer policy is, whatever his team decisions are. I wasn't a big fan the way he treated McTominay. I'm also not liking the fact that we've now got an opportunity to bring back King, yet we can't act on it. I guess we're just trusting Pep Guardiola, and to be honest, he's earned that trust for what he's achieved in this sport. We've just got to believe him. While we were having the pipe dream of bringing back Shaun King, we wasted a lot of days, and now we've got this game against Aston Villa before we can, of course, try and sign sign the midfielder Pep wants. By the way, offers have come in for Scotty McTominay, so we are trying to get him sold. Hopefully after this game we'll be able to act on it. Aston Villa with a chance from a free kick, and how do these always go in? I thought a new keeper like Unai Simon will be able to stop that. A goal down to Aston Villa. To be honest, guys, although we've won our first 2 Premier League games, it's not been an easy ride. We've really had a lot of difficulties, so it does feel like the results have papered over the cracks. I'm still waiting to see the magic that a Pep Guardiola system has, so I guess we're just gonna have to be patient. He will, of course, say that we haven't given him his midfielder. That's why things are like this. Oh, again, a chance here for, of course, Aston Villa, and they should have made it 2-0 there. I feel like the squad is also affected by the way Scotty McTominay has been treated. Maybe everybody at the club is a bit surprised at the amount of changes that are happening, and that's causing a bit of rift among players. I don't know, but let's try and sort it out here with Harry Kane, who's running through. Oh, we couldn't get the shot off. Again, we're getting opened up just way too easily there, and Kwashi can't win the ball back, and it's 2-0 for Aston Villa. Okay, this is starting to get a bit worrisome here. Has Pep Guardiola destabilized the dressing room that we had? Because Frank Lampard had left the club in completely good vibes. The squad wanted to play for each other. Suddenly now it feels like players are worried about their position in the team. If they don't fit in the Pep Guardiola tactical style, they might be kicked out. But here's Brandon Neal, who's opened up some space and gets a goal. In all this chaos, there's also opportunities, and a player like Brandon Neal is taking it. Oh, but we have been opened up. Konsa good defending. If we concede now, we're not getting anything out of this. Okay, Nico O'Reilly's breaking through, and he sees the pass here for Avila. Completely open, and Avila scores. 2-2 against Villa. One thing I'll say, with Pep's system, this team always perseveres. They just don't give up. And we're seeing a Pep Guardiola signing there. Nico O'Reilly coming into the midfield, finding Avila. Unfortunately, though, there's no time for anything more. We're gonna have to settle for a draw. And post-match, Pep is furious. He's disappointed that the ownership has not backed him, and that's kind of crazy. I've literally given him 3 solid signings so far, and he's still pissed that we haven't gotten him a midfielder. But I guess this is what you're gonna have to deal with when you sign a manager of his stature. His demands are gonna be ruthless, but that's because his ambition is sky high. But you know what? We are making some progress. An offer did come for Scott McTominay from Bayern Munich, and we took it. It wasn't the best of deals, 28 million. But hey, we kind of got our money back that we spent on McTominay. Plus, he's not a player that Pep wants in his system, so this was the best decision for everyone. But yeah, we will not forget the brief period McTominay was at the club, because he was sensational. But now, guys, the budget is up to 73 million, and we are on deadline day. We better focus everything on getting Pep his midfielder. Alright, guys, so I sent Sebastian Finch. He's still, by the way, the assistant manager officially. I don't know if Pep Guardiola even speaks to him, though. But yeah, we did send him on a bit of a scouting project, and he's brought us 3 interesting players that do fit Pep's system. First up is Alexis McAllister. He's 31, so he does have a few good years ahead of him. 87 rated, and would fit our budget right now. And look at the traits he's got. He's press-proven. He's got the pink pass. Exactly what a Pep Guardiola midfielder needs. The next option is Tijani Renders. He played for Pep Guardiola, so he knows the system, but he's a bit older at 32. Okay, I think Rodri Mendoza was basically shortlisted because he's got Rodri in his name. And the last time a person named Rodri played for Pep Guardiola, he went on to win the Ballon d'Or. And to be honest, I feel like Rodri Mendoza might just be the smartest pick of them all. Now, because of his height of 6 foot, you'd assume that he's not your usual Pep Guardiola midfielder. But look at his best stat. It's his dribbling. He's got decent passing stats, which I think we can get him to work on. Good play styles, and he's only 25. Do you know what? It is time for S2GFC to sign a few younger players when opportunities presents itself. Otherwise, forever we're just going to keep having old players. I think the play is to go for Rodri Mendoza. Plus, I think we could get him for a solid deal. Now, I'm not sure if Pep Guardiola likes this signing, but I certainly do. Because for 37 million, I feel like Rodri Mendoza is a solid deal. It leaves us with a good chunk of cash that we can possibly use in the January window. Because you bet that as Pep gets used to these players, he's going to want more changes. But yeah, for now, we are getting through transfer deadline day. Probably one of the craziest windows in S2GFC history. I mean, just look at all the signings we made. I want you guys to rate our transfer window out of 10 in the comments. Do keep in mind, this also includes signing Pep Guardiola, but also selling the likes of Scott McTominay, Jed Spence. One of the craziest windows for the club for sure. Oh, and by the way, while you're down there, subscribe to the channel as well. By the way, in other news, Shaun King's transfer did go through on deadline day to Real Madrid. Oh man, how impossible it is now going to be to bring him back ever. Pep doesn't want him, so we're not even thinking about it. But it still does hurt just thinking about it. We could have had him back in our club, yet we had to pass up on this opportunity. But regardless, there's no point repenting over the past. We've got to look towards the future, and the future is the Europa League right now. now. That's right, boys. To think S2GFC is going to be playing in a European competition. And remember, this could be financially massive for us because every round we go through, that's 5 million that gets added onto our budget. Okay, maybe this money won't come to use this season, but next season it could prove to be massive, especially if we can make it all the way to the final and win the trophy. Okay, but I don't think Pep has got the memo because I don't see him take this competition that seriously. He's completely rotated the team. Gallardo is playing as somewhat of a false nine. Rodri Mendoza is getting his debut though. I feel like this might be the first time Pep has experienced Europa League football, so he does not care at all. He considers only the Champions League as the elite competition, but I'm not sure if that's the right mentality because money-wise, the Europa League could prove to be huge. But again, that's not what Pep cares about. He wants performances, and you bet this season itself, he's trying to aim to win the Premier League. I guess we should also just trust our backup players because we do have a lot of talent here. And Ignacio Avila on the ball, curling this one in. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Maybe it's not that Pep doesn't take this competition seriously. He wants to give some of the youngsters who are hungry for game time, hungry for competition, a chance to shine, and the Europa League could be a perfect platform for them. Gallardo in this false nine role. Very interesting to see this happen here as he looks to slide this one for Rodri Mendoza. Cutting this one back. No, we made a bit of a mistake. Uh-oh, we're on the back foot here, but we've got Luca Gigante in goal, who seems to just be getting more confidence. Avila and Gallardo here linking up. Gallardo sees that run, and that's what he can do as a bit of a false nine. Mendoza looking to play this one back for Gallardo, who goes through, gets the finish. I can't lie, that did remind me a bit of Leo Messi. But yep, we do secure our first ever Europa League win. We're straight away heading into match day 2 in the Europa League. I want to get some momentum winning back-to-back games. If we can do that, it kind of means that we should be sorted for the Europa League group stages. In fact, I just realized if we can finish top 8, that won't just give us 5 million for going through, it would give us 10 because we directly skip the round of 32 and make it, of course, to the round of 16. That's a huge incentive. Gallardo sees the run of Scotty Bullock. He couldn't play it through, but I can see why this false nine works. It completely relies on Gallardo playing the final balls. But right now, we got to rely on our defense, and Unai Simon, good save. Okay, but this time we're not avoiding conceding. Good bit of play there. AZ are actually one of the better teams in the Eredivisie, so this was never going to be easy with a goal down. Okay, but getting the ball to Rodri Mendoza, who finds it for Nicholas Hart, and how has he missed? To be honest, even when we go a goal down, I don't feel too worried with this Pep Guardiola team. We've always managed to make comebacks, and I think we're going to do that again as Gallardo has broken into some space. He gets it onto his left foot, and he puts it wide. He did everything right, except for the finish. Okay, if we can see the second, we're going to be cooked. And Unai Simon thankfully saves that. He's furious with his defense. Okay, we gotta clear this ball away, and we don't, and it's a free goal, man. Honestly, we're getting a proper reality check in the Europa League that, yup, getting top 8 is not going to be easy. We cannot underestimate this competition by fielding our second 11. But okay, Albi Norman has somehow broken through, and he sees the run being made by Nicholas, and that's a simple tap-in, but it gets us back into the game. And now Gallardo finding some space to break through. He's trying to see if he can get it onto his left foot. Oh, he couldn't get the shot. Oh, Gallardo seeing the space for Nicholas Hart, and what a ball that was. Surely Gallardo has got to get us back into this. But how did he get caught up so easily? Okay, Gallardo now looking for Albi Norman. Surely that's his goal. And the Frenchman puts it wide as well. Pep cannot believe it on the sidelines. Guys, I don't think we can blame Pep for this result because the chances we've missed in this game, absolutely atrocious. And now on the other end, we're going to get punished. I can't believe this. And looks like we did get a reality check in the Europa League. We cannot underestimate this competition. Meanwhile, even in the Premier League, we've kind of fallen off a little bit. Okay, it is a bit misleading because we do have a game in hand. But yeah, Leicester City are right above us. Bro, I'm just looking at the squad they've managed to assemble. João Pedro, Nico Paz, Giuliano Simeone. They've got some of our former players like Uribe, Medeiros. And they won the Carabao Cup last season where we failed. This season, I'm really hoping with Pep we can win a trophy just to get one over them because I don't want to see Pablo Gonzalo laughing at me again. But yeah, if we win our game in hand, we should go above Leicester, probably into the top 5. And we're up against Manchester City. It's Pep Guardiola facing off against his former club. And I think he knows all about City, so surely he's got a plan. By the way, though, I thought I was also going to meet another another familiar face, that is Lenny. Because remember, he was Pep Guardiola's assistant manager briefly, after of course being the groundsman earlier. But apparently he's been kicked out of Man City. I wonder what's happening with Lenny right now. Of course, we had the chance to sign him as well. There were a lot of debates. But I decided for the betterment of this club, the right call was to go, of course, with Pep Guardiola. Oh, but right now it's Renders going through. He was an option we were thinking about signing, and Unai Simon stops that. By the way, Kane is down 238 goals right now. You bet he wants to try and get more, pushing towards that record. Oh, Phil Foden has turned me there, and now Nico O'Reilly against his former club. Good defending. And here's Rodri Mendoza. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he gets caught out there. Man City are really frustrating us in this game. And we're being opened up here. Haaland looking for Renders, and we couldn't stop it. Is Pep Guardiola getting exposed? I'm sure the media is going to start asking that soon, because the first time he coaches a non-big team, results have been dubious. Okay, Kane doing really nicely as we see Bullock making the run. Here he goes. Inside for Rodri Mendoza. He's opening up some space by himself, waiting for maybe some support, but there's literally no support. Nico O'Reilly does make the run. I don't know if he's onside or not, but where's Kane in the box? Oh my days, Kane just never came. But okay, he's now there as he goes for goal, and somehow from that attack we score. I really don't know how he did it, but that's goal number 239 for Kane. Oh, that's a lovely release into Bullock's path, and here he goes. I could maybe go for a cutback. Nah, Bullock's got to go by himself, and what has he done? Where's our finishing been today, man? How can we even blame Pep Guardiola when we create so many chances every game only to do that? And now on the other end, Man City probing us, and Haaland from that angle. How? This feels so undeserved, man. We've been the better team. City have just been so much more clinical. Okay, Rodri Mendoza driving forward, but he's not having a good start to his S2GFC career. Cross coming in, and it could be more. It's off the crossbar, but rebound for Mamouche. City have just given myself and Pep Guardiola a tight slap. Honestly, guys, everything was going so well with Frank Lampard. I feel like bringing in Pep and having so many tactical changes, so many personnel changes as well, it's played a big part, and the team is kind of in disarray. Compare that to Chelsea, who under Frank Lampard look unstoppable. Our former gaffer, he's cooking, man, in the Premier League. But you know what? It's only early days. We've just got to give Pep time to make these tactics work. And to be fair, there have been moments this season when I felt, yup, we look good. It's just that we've not been consistent. And that will come in time as our players get used to Pep. Meanwhile, we do have an update on Lenny. He was caught outside S2GFC headquarters after getting fired from Man City following Pep's departure. And look at this, boys. He put this flyer outside our club's office. Looking for a job, desperate, will do anything. Cleaning, lifting, door guard.
Oh, I guess I forgot my code. They ain't cut me. Yes, they did. They must have cut me.
To be honest, I don't think Lenny should stoop to that level again. I could give him a job, maybe his groundsman role back. But nah, I don't want that for Lenny. And that's why I'm having a meeting with him. And I'm asking him to look outside of England, maybe trying and securing a permanent manager role. Because he does have the pedigree. Former assistant manager at City. He's coached us for a couple of years. Got us promotion as well. Surely there are a few clubs that would be interested, maybe outside of England. I guess the problem for Lenny is that he's kind of broke. But you know what? For what he's done for our club, we'll actually fund Lenny until he finds another managerial role. I think this is the least we can do for him. Meanwhile, our focus needs to be on getting back to winning ways in the Premier League. We're right now 9th in the Premier League, and that is just unacceptable, especially after we spent 20 million to hire Pep. We're really struggling, man. I can't believe it. Nothing can save us right now. Everything goes our opponent's way. Southampton take the lead. Oh, but this is nice as Patino's found a bit of space, strikes it, but all our shots just keep going wide. Rodri Mendoza. I see the run of Nico O'Reilly, looking for the ball for Nicholas Hart, and that is more like a Pep Guardiola goal. But the way our defense just gets opened up like that, I mean, the post saved us. Hart has done well here, looking for Kane in space, and oh, come on. 9 times out of 10, Kane would put that in. Patino looking for Harry Kane, surely this time, and come on. Goal number 240 for Harry Kane in the Premier League. He's now 20 away from equaling the record. Oh, now we're seeing Rodri Mendoza really get the job done in the midfield now. Controlling the game, looking for that pass for Avila. Should be a simple goal. There you go. Oh, wait, he's offside. That just ruined everything. And that's full time. At least we get back to winning ways in the Premier League. But this was not impressive. You'd expect better performances from a Pep Guardiola team. We're playing West Ham next, and I think it would really mean a lot if we can get some consistency under Pep. Back-to-back Premier League wins. Also, more than that, would like a good performance as well where we're really dominating. Oh, Scotty Bullock has gone all the way, and Kane, what a poach, has finished. These are the kind of goals Kane needs if he wants to break the record. 241 now. Now I'm starting to feel that Mendoza and Bernal are controlling the midfield, moving the ball forward. Here's Mendoza, passing and moving. Also found space to run through. But the defender got him. Oh, look. Lovely ball for Nicholas Hart. Good control. Oh, he might still get the goal. Let's go. Bro, both the goals we've scored in this game have just been horrible tap-ins. But we'll take it. 2-0 against West Ham. And we do end up securing the result here. And suddenly, this good run of results has changed everything. We've moved up to 3rd in the Premier League, above Chelsea and City. Oh, but we need to focus more on the Europa League, because right now we're going to get knocked out in the league phases. But I definitely think things are getting better with Pep. The team is understanding his system. Although I'm not sure if the team is happy with this new system, because the players have just staged a protest. They're angry with Pep Guardiola's tactical system. They're tired of doing all these crazy passing drills in training, and they believe Pep is being too harsh with so many players. Like, this is genuinely the most unserious thing I've seen at this club, and honestly, we shouldn't be surprised. We bring in a world-class coach with ideas, and I don't know why our players are not getting on board. No wonder on the pitch we're not seeing the tiki-taka flowing football from Pep. The players are still not on board. The media is also reporting crazy stories about Pep. First time in his career has the entire team protested against him. Bro, this never happened at Barca, Bayern, Man City. Yet at teeny tiny S2GFC there's a revolt against Pep. As the club owner, I have no idea what to do in this situation. I mean, yes, Europa League we're not doing well, but I'm sure we'll make a comeback there. Premier League, we're back in the race, just 4 points off Arsenal. There's absolutely no way I'm even considering sacking Pep. It might have to be the other way around this time. I should be backing the manager and weeding out the players causing a problem in training. But we've got big decisions ahead. Who would have thought signing Pep Guardiola would bring controversies to this club? But that's exactly what's happened.